Hello, I'm FBX Toycat, or am I actually? Well, I have my ID here, just in case you're curious about that one. But yeah, today I'm FBX Toycat, and I'm here to talk about this game right here. Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition. It came out 7 years ago to this date, May the 9th of 2012, for a console that is now almost 14 years old. So a 7-year-old game and a 14-year-old console, what is the point of celebrating this? Well, there's actually a lot of point in celebrating this, because as it turns out, this version of the game is one of the best versions. It has features which are still not available on Java and Bedrock, especially if you're offline to this day. So let's play some Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition. That is not how you put discs in a console. Because this game has had one of the biggest impacts of any game, I would say, that has ever released, and that sounds a bit weird if you've never played Minecraft on any console. You might say, what's the deal? It's just an Xbox 360 port of Minecraft, the main version, right? But let me explain why that's different with today's video. Because even though this version of the game may be best known for its limitations, that map you see in my left hand is the entire extent of the world. Even though there's a lot of, various different limitations on this game, even though there's a lot of things that you can't do, there's a lot of things that are exactly the same up until 1.13, Minecraft on the updated codec for Minecraft Java. There's a lot of features this version of the game has that Minecraft Bedrock still does not have to this day. There's a lot of features that this version has that have not been ported into any version of Minecraft and probably never will, just because, again, of the direction Minecraft goes in that was different for consoles. The console version of Minecraft was not just a port, it was a whole other version of the game. And yeah, it's amazing to be back here after all these years because, again, things look a bit different. The colors are slightly changed because of the way we record 360, but like everything is different. Everything has changed and it's just fun to see it all again. Because even 7 years later, with 70 updates, around 10 to 12 of those bringing content to the game, brand new full-on fledged updates from Java or Bedrock Edition, even with all these brand new things added, you'll see how the game still, maintains its resolution. It still usually maintains its frame rate. You can see how there are dips when you render certain things in, but the fact that the game can run at 60 at all and on a 14-year-old piece of hardware, just a reminder that Minecraft for phones has been discontinued for any phone beyond about 2011 or so, that is something really impressive in its own little way. And yeah, even though we're looking at a pretty old copy of my Let's Play world, this is where I started the big world where I do pretty much all my big projects. The projects that people like to see, whether they think they're good or bad, they all started in this world. On the 360, I was just like, this is going to be my continuous world I play on, and yeah, this is how everything started. You can see the kind of previous versions of everything that you might recognize to this day, like, oh, this is where I built all of, every single block in Minecraft, or placed every block in Minecraft. This is the museum, except it's kind of in progress still. It's kind of cool for me, and maybe for you too, to see the nostalgia shots, and going back to this version of the game will always have that nostalgia for me, but this video isn't called like, oh yeah, Minecraft 360, let's live some nostalgia, although it totally should be called that, because look, here's my village before it became a swamp village. Like, because this version of the game was finished being updated last year. The village and pillage update is not intended to come to 360, but you can see how, like, oh yeah, it's our last chance to see in a regular version of Minecraft, like, old villagers. Look, they don't even look like swamp villagers, even though this is technically a swamp for bizarre reasons. There's a lot of bizarre things we can see only on this version, like this world border just over here, which again, it's a little bit reminiscent of Minecraft Classic with the way it goes. But again, it's a perfectly seamless way to make your world look like it's infinite, even though it's only 864 by 864 blocks. And yeah, something about this world and the small biome sizes, like you can see how many biomes I have, my map on the left there, makes an experience that isn't necessarily notable, for being bad. It was a lot better in some ways, because the complaint people have, for instance, about not being able to find bamboo because they don't have a jungle for 10,000 blocks, that's not an issue you'd have in Minecraft 360. You're almost guaranteed to have a bamboo jungle in your 864 by 864 world. Admittedly, if you weren't, you just didn't have bamboo, so that, not that that's an issue because there's no bamboo in this version, but like things like that, you were guaranteed to find pretty much every major biome and structure that you wanted in your Minecraft 360 world. And then beyond that, even there were good seeds that would guarantee beyond any shadow of a doubt that you definitely would get those things, and that's kind of amazing in my opinion. Because Minecraft Xbox 360 was kind of the pioneer in a lot of features that were previously so rare that you just wouldn't find them, and making them common. Like, why not have sugarcane be common in a world like this? And this is something that, spread over to Bedrock. Now, sugarcane is not as absurdly rare on Bedrock or Java as it used to be. Things like the Ender Dragon fight started on the 360. Do you recognize this guy with his, purple acid attack? That's been on a Minecraft console for the longest time. The Ender Dragon is so loud. I feel like you didn't hear any of that because of the dragon. But yeah, this dragon fight with these towers around it, like, fixed places rather than random, Ender Dragon acid attacks, all these things were just there because they decided, the Ender Dragon fight on, PC doesn't really feel like it's right. It's not necessarily hard enough in all the right ways, so they made it harder, they made it more interesting for console, and then that same, console fight ended up going over to, again, Java, and then eventually Bedrock, because this was just something decided to make the game better for consoles that works better for everyone. Also, Bedrock cannot be broken. I disagree with that one, am I right? Hey. But yeah, even fairly simple options like the ability to turn off TNT Explode so people can't grief your world with a single button, or later an option in the menu for Bedrock, these sorts of features are only available on Bedrock because they were here on console first and made the experience so much more enjoyable for people who weren't playing around with commands on Bedrock, but also on console there weren't those things, so they worked around them and made a better solution for the average player, right? But like I said, today's video is not just about the survival version of the game, because admittedly, if you want to play some survival Minecraft, I totally recommend picking up the Bedrock or the Java version, even if you're playing offline, because those versions of the game have infinite worlds that you can explore forever. If I was going to be stranded on a desert island and I could only take one version of Minecraft, I would take my Minecraft Bedrock world and I'd explore the entirety of that thing over the thousands of years I was trapped on that island. I mean, I guess I would die after 100 years, but like if I'm trapped on this island for the rest of my life, having a version of Minecraft could keep me going. However, there's one thing that you can do if you're offline in Minecraft Console Edition that you still can't do on any other Minecraft version. There's no plans to bring it to those Minecraft versions, because it is minigames. Minigames are amazing because they can be played online with strangers. That's right, there's a matchmaking system in this version of the game, so you can play Battle, which is the Hunger Games, original Battle Royale, by the way. So you can play Tumble, you can play Glide, which is a flying game. By the way, this is Spleef, and this is, again, a flying-based minigame. You can play these games with strangers online, but if you are offline, you can play all of these games with local friends. So these two require you to have at least one local controller with you, but this game lets you play all by yourself. You're by yourself, you're on that island, you brought 360 Edition with you, you can still play this with any maps that you have downloaded, which apparently for me is only 3 of them, but you can play that with all the maps you have downloaded. Which means we can relive our Glide days, one of my favorite minigames that's ever released for any Minecraft platform anywhere, and it was free to play, built straight into the console. No downloads, no servers, no anything required, no microtransactions. It was just, if you want to buy extra maps to play with your friends, you can. If they buy extra maps, you can play them for free. It was a very generous system compared to any server. It's a very good minigame compared to what any server can physically do, and it's just an amazing example, in my opinion, of, like, again, a minigame. And the reason I'm bringing this up again, because I have mentioned this a few times in the past, because it is something I really do enjoy, is because recently I had some friends around, and while I was waiting for a game to download, we were going to play, I forget what game it was, I think it was a Worms game or Bomberman, we were going to play it together. While we were waiting for that to download, they're like, let's play some Minecraft, kind of sarcastically, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And even though my friends had barely played Minecraft or hadn't really played it in years, just loved diving right back in with like a version of the game that pre-built, predid everything, has fun new mechanics like these little flying hoops that everyone recognizes what they do. It has all these things put together and encourages you to race competitively, if that's even a thing that's possible, except it is here, because they made racing in Minecraft beyond just a silly idea, a very real and very fun concept. And yeah, it's been a while since I've played this, so my I'm a little bit rusty, as you can see, but like even here we're picking up a lot of speed because they worked out a lot of things that, oh, we crashed, very sad. But they worked out a lot of things for this particular version. They have shortcuts everywhere. They made a very fun game that no server comes close to putting this amount of attention to detail into their minigame maps and minigame like executions, and it's something that you can only find in this version of the game. That, again, like I said, my friends absolutely were just loving it. And I was like, huh, I knew I liked minigames, but I thought it might be nostalgia. Apparently, it's not just that. Apparently, to anyone, like, servers are daunting and they just don't really seem like they work. They're kind of janky and poorly put together. This is put together in the game itself, and because of that, there's some handy little advantages. So let's play, I guess, Canyon next, because I like Canyon a lot too. I remember the good old days of that. But yeah, this is an amazing game you can play with any number of players. Get a split screen buddy in, get multiple split screen buddies in, play some Battle, play some Tumble, play online if you happen to have a connection. But no matter how gone the Xbox 360 online services go, because there will come a time when the Xbox 360 online service is shut down. Is that 10 years? Is that 5 years? Is that 2 years? Is that 25 years? Who knows for sure? We don't know. But there will come a time when there is no longer an online service for the 360. But even in that time, the ability to play Minecraft minigames will not leave the 360 edition, which is something I think is amazing. So here's another map, again, built from scratch by professional artists. They hire they hire full-time artists and also have a few interns from a local, arts university. One of the it's a pretty good arts university, I think, too. But like, yeah, they hire some real artists to do Minecraft stuff for them, and the results are just astounding, right? Like, if you look at any of the detail around this map, it's great. But even just as a gameplay thing, even if this was all made of wood and nothing else mattered, there's a lot of decisions you have to make. Like, should we go up or should we go down? If we go up, we're going to lose some speed, and well, we're not going to make it. Let's go down. Or we could go middle, or we could go down lower than even that, and we can go down here. I'm probably not going to make this either, but you get the point, right? The fact that you have the options of which way to go. Let's just let ourselves die. Easy. But yeah, there's lots of options of where to go, and if you want to go the top route, you have to conserve your speed. You have to make sure that you're going in there with enough, like, push. And that's something super fun and interesting. Like, okay, we can do it this time. We can do it this time. Just push up and then push down. There we go. We did it. We got through the top way. Except what if the top way isn't fastest? You can only find out by playing all of the different routes. This is a geniusly put together game, in my opinion. Game mode, I should say, in my opinion. It has everything that you... Oh, God, that is not a very good updraft. It has everything you're going to want from a thing. It's actually really hard to start again from this checkpoint, because you kind of have to, like, deliberately force yourself high there, so you can... There we go. Just so you can make it over this little gap, and then you can fly. Oh, gosh. And then you're going to make it just fine. But, like, yeah, it's amazing, the level of quality and content and stuff that you find in these versions of the game. And the fact that it's playable offline is, in my opinion, what makes, like 4J a studio to be reckoned with. That's why, all these years later, I believe they're doing quite well for themselves, right? Because they made an amazing version of Minecraft they took a, good IP they liked, and they made it their own in some ways. Like Minecraft 360 and Minecraft, all the consoles, have all these amazing things going on because they took the time and because they loved the thing they were making port of. A lot of port studios, it's just work they do between making their own games. For 4J Studios, they managed to port things better than the original in a lot of cases, and that's where minigames and stuff like this comes in. Can we make it through the gap? Oh, so close. But yeah, you can see, look at the crazy tiny shortcut there is there. I always fail at that one because I'm pretty untrained in my gliding experience. It's been a while since I've done some gliding, but yeah, isn't that a fun little thing? I think it's a fun little thing. So yeah, to kind of sum up what I'm trying to go through today's video is Minecraft 360 is 7 years old today, and although the 360 is never going to be a primary platform, if you're buying a 360 in 2019, you're not buying it expecting to get regular updates and the full Minecraft experience. But if you have a 360 lying around and you still have never played Minecraft 360, it might be worth a purchase. In fact, I would go as far as to say, like, yeah, download this, because when the apocalypse comes, when all of the internet systems are down and your Xbox One and PS4 won't work because they're not always connected to the internet, or whatever other device, like your Steam library, there's a lot of things where, like, oh yeah, if it's not downloaded, you basically don't own it. Download this right now, make sure you've got it, and then when the apocalypse comes, you can enjoy flying around a variety of maps with your friends. And on a slightly more emotional note than download this game because the apocalypse is coming and it's going to come for us all slowly but surely, a more serious note would be that, like, this, Minecraft Xbox 360 is a serious part of what put me where I am now, not only in terms of like, in YouTube terms, but in terms of the rest of my life. Like, this YouTube channel and, the people who supported it and made this a thing have really changed everything about my life from where I thought it would be, to where it is now. Also, you see how the map, like, changes with the rings, so we know if we go left, we're going to find a gold ring. It's a fun little subtle detail, but it's one that the game goes through. But, yeah, my point is that Minecraft Xbox 360 was seen by a lot of people as, like, why would we care about that? That's just for people who don't already own a PC. But I believe in it. I believe there'd be people who wanted to see this. I believe it would be a fun, unique version of the game, and that's why I made videos from day one. And the videos started exploding relative to my channel. They started getting like 100 views a video, then 1,000 views a video one day, and it kind of like skyrocketed from there. And yeah, I guess it's a reminder that, like, sometimes you've got to believe in something. So sometimes you'll believe in the wrong thing, but usually if you care about something beyond just the surface level, it'll go places for you. And I don't know, my point here is thank you so much to 4J Studios for making this game over the years that they did. The game is, like I said, it's discontinued now. It's not their primary focus. They now, if I'm not mistaken, their biggest thing is to make, mashup packs, world packs, etc. for Minecraft Bedrock. That's like their biggest duty as a studio, as well as Minecraft PlayStation 4, of course. But this will always exist, not only in the real world, but also in my heart. Let's go back, trying to get some more rings. But it also exists in my heart forever. And in my opinion, that's a more important thing than the real world. I mean, my opinion's objectively wrong then, isn't it? But you get the point that this game has taken me some places that I never knew I could go. And that's something I'm eternally grateful for. I can never even really, truly think about it, like how life would have been had I not decided to play Minecraft 360 all those years ago, thinking, you know, this version of the game probably is going to be good. So many things would have turned out differently. So many things would have turned out, you know, worse if we're being honest. You know, and yeah, the only reason I'm in the place I am now is because this version of the game not only existed, but was good. And yeah, I'll always be eternally grateful for that, and I wanted to just share it with all of you today. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you download Minecraft 360 just in case the apocalypse does come, because as we all do know, it could happen any day now, and you gotta be prepared. You've gotta be prepared. And the only way to be prepared for the apocalypse is to have Minecraft Xbox 360 installed on your devices, just in case an EMP blows up everything else. You're gonna want to play some Minecraft in the event that you can't go outside because of nuclear fallout. And yeah, I'm just saying, be prepared for that, because that's a thing that you should do. Because if you don't prepare, then who will, you know? You've got to be the hero that the world needs, or something like that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully this is a little bit of a reminder that 7 years is all it takes to go from existing to becoming a long-term legend. And yeah, who knows what the world will be like 7 years from now? Who knows what we'll look back and say, oh, this version of the game doesn't have X, Y, Z. I'm looking forward to seeing the future of Minecraft as a whole from here. Minecraft turns 10, or did turn 10 a few days ago, depending on how you count it. But yeah, basically Minecraft is evolving all the time, and I'm always excited to see how, why, what, when. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoy seeing the rest of the things on this channel, and have a nice Thursday, everybody. Goodbye.